Two U.S. officials say Washington is preparing another $2.2 billion in military aid for Ukraine, which includes longer-range rockets for the first time. And one day after saying the U.S. would not be providing Ukraine with F-16 fighter jets, the latest on Kyiv's wish list, President Joe Biden said on Tuesday he would discuss the request with Ukrainian President Zelensky. Meanwhile, Ukraine's defense minister, in a meeting with his French counterpart in Paris, said that Ukraine was expecting up to 140 modern battle tanks from Western allies, although it's not clear yet when they arrive. And he reiterated his hope that the West will begin delivering F-16 fighter jets as well.
A young couple in their early 20s have reportedly been sentenced to a total of 10 years in prison, each, that is, for dancing at the foot of Tehran's Freedom Tower. The engaged couple, and you can see them here in this video, have reportedly been convicted of promoting corruption and prostitution, colluding against national security and propaganda against the establishment. Now, it comes as the government continues to prevent protests across the country since September as well.
Palestinians have lived in Jabal Mukabbir for decades, but Israel wants many of them gone. Early on Tuesday, Palestinian residents staged a protest and blocked major roads. The desperate measures aim to prevent Israeli bulldozers and army vehicles from entering their neighborhood and demolishing their homes. Since Sunday, Palestinian residents in Jabal Mukabbir have received repeated phone calls from Israeli authorities informing them that their homes will be demolished.
Zimbabwe President Emmerson Mnangagwa has welcomed Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko in Harare for a three-day official visit in what analysts said was an attempt by the two leaders to diversify their diplomatic ties. Lukashenko's trip follows a 2019 visit by Mnangagwa to Minsk, after which Belarus opened an embassy in Harare.
The Pope has begun a six-day trip to the Democratic Republic of the Congo and South Sudan, where he is expected to deliver a message of peace to the two countries long ravaged by war. Africa has become a priority for Pope Francis. This is his fifth trip to the continent of his 10-year pontificate. He has previously spoken out about the legacy of colonialism and the harmful impact of the global weapons industry on the region. Aid groups hope the Pope's visit will refocus world attention on often overlooked conflicts.
A senior South Korean diplomat says North Korea could be ready to test fire an intercontinental ballistic missile in April. Ambassador to the United States Cho Tae-yong told reporters on Tuesday that Seoul and Washington are eyeing April as a possible time when Pyongyang could test another long-range missile. As the North has previously stated, it will be prepared to launch a military satellite by that month.
Images that stun the world. 2 years ago, as this fitness instructor was leading a class in Myanmar's capital, Naypyidaw, military vehicles launched a coup in the background. The Tatmadaw, as Myanmar's military is known, toppled the government, detaining and prosecuting its leader, Aung San Suu Kyi. Suu Kyi remains in prison amid a continuing crackdown by the junta against opponents of its regime.
It's the end of an era more than 50 years after Boeing's famed 747 first rolled off the belt here in Seattle, the last ever of this iconic aircraft to be made. Dubbed the Queen of the Skies, today's handover marks a major milestone in aviation history. The original jumbo jet is credited with revolutionising air travel for millions, ushering in a glamorous and affordable new age. With its distinctive hump at the front of the plane, this final jet won't be taking passengers. Its future is as a freight hauler for Atlas Air.